this is gonna be a pretty interesting topic. Now, if you know, I'm a FNAF fan, so take this with a grain of salt. Freddy, Golden Freddy, as much, versus the Ink Demon Bendy. This is an interesting topic. The reason why, guys, is one thing. I'm not gonna be glazing Bendy. I'm not like everyone else. I'm not gonna be glazing Bendy. I'm not gonna have him down my throat, you know? I'm a FNAF fan, so I like both games, but I'm more of a FNAF fan. If you think oppositely, tell me why in the comments. Abilities has to obviously go. Now, before we get in, I would like if you guys could go in the comment section and tell me how you guys are feeling about this rating once it gets it. And remember, this is just my opinion, and it's actually, it is my opinion, but the chances are it's real. Okay, this is what would happen to Bendy, or this is what happened to Freddy, or this is what would happen to either one. So, abilities, this is the first one we gotta start with. Abilities, obviously, has to go to Golden Freddy. Not only for in FNAF 2 and like all the other FNAF games that Golden Freddy has been in, he can crash the game, which means he crashes the in-game world. That means Bendy's probably cooked already. That means power also has to go to Golden Freddy. But before I say something, you may say, oh, can't Bendy just flood the world of ink? So we know from FNAF games, like FNAF World, there's a attack in FNAF World where you can jump scare someone and they cannot do nothing about it. There's a haunting ability that actually works longer than that. And yeah, it makes you actually do that. So, that means he can't just flood the world with ink. Because he's going to be stuck for a few minutes or hours or days or weeks or years or months. I don't know how long it works. But all I know is it does work. So the chances are Bendy's probably going to lose when it comes to that. But don't get your hypes up too low for Bendy. Speed, probably Golden Freddy once again because he can teleport. Thanks to, you know, FNAF 2. He's one of the only animatronics that can skip the cameras. Like, such as Bendy. No, such as Bendy, okay? He can walk around. It's kinda like if you ever played Frankie. Like an older version of Frankie's, okay? You always see him around the map. But it's more like Bendy's more powerful than Frankie, obviously. No doubt. Bendy's no doubt has more abilities, more everything than Frankie, okay? The difference between Frankie and Bendy is, it's a huge difference, right? You may say? Yeah, it's a huge difference, right, guys? But, it would be a pretty interesting fight for one topic and one topic only. They both they seem like, the both abilities. They have the same abilities, seems. Bendy is the only ability it seems like Bendy has is ink. Now, if you know something, ink is a pretty good ability, because they can, like, make the animatronics go, can flood the animatronics or something. But it's just an ability. Now, Frankie has the ability to, like, spring up from boxes, distract himself from boxes and stuff. That would be an interesting battle, but we're not going to be talking about Frankie, okay? We're going to be mentioning Freddy Fazbear and Bendy, like I already said. So, Freddy Fazbear and Bendy, it would probably go down like this, okay? Since Bendy does have that ability, it's going to be a harder fight for Freddy, okay? I still think Freddy's going to take him on, though. I still think he has enough power to take on... Bendy. I still think so. Whether you like it or not, I still think he has enough power to take on Bendy. Now, the reason why this is going to be a pretty interesting fight and a fair fight is because... like I was saying, teleporting and the abilities of that and this and that, okay? Now, this is the really interesting part, okay? This is when we go down who has more feats. Now, if we're going to count FNAF World, that literally means any number of feats. That could mean millions, that could mean billions, that could mean a bunch of stuff. That literally could mean any number of stuff. That's the problem with characters like these. You have no idea how much damage these guys can do because they have so many feats. It's like you literally don't know. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Freddy, Golden Freddy, because, well, it's kind of obvious why. It's because there's like millions of defeats he's had because FNAF World had a lot of players. That means, obviously, unless you died by Bendy like a billion times, I don't think Bendy's gonna win. I'm sorry to say, I don't think Bendy's gonna win in feats. Now, chances are, agility. Once again, this is just another word for ability. Once again, we already discussed it. Bendy has less ability than Freddy. So now, the actual question we have for each other to answer. Who would win in the fight with no abilities? Now, no abilities is an interesting fight because, I mean, Bendy would die already. Bendy would die already because the whole ability of him is he's an ink demon. So if he has ink on him, that means he's no ink. He can't have no ink, so he's already dead, basically. So he'd no doubt lose. With no abilities, he could win. I think he probably would lose. Like 9, maybe 8 out of the 10 times Freddy would win, probably. But yeah, there's 2 chances, okay? Chances. Either Freddy does not use his abilities, which it's a damn fight. Why wouldn't he use his abilities? Or Freddy's just too slow to use his abilities, okay? Now this definitely could happen, you know. The thing you notice about the FNAF animatronics is you don't see them use their abilities a lot. Besides, like, maybe when they did that to William Afton. But, like, you know, you don't see them use their abilities a lot. So it depends. It honestly depends. I think it honestly depends which way you see it. If he doesn't use his abilities, then abilities goes to Bendy. If he does use his abilities go to Freddy, obviously. Now, Golden Freddy is a very interesting battle between Bendy, because Bendy the Ink Demon, he does have the ability Ink. He is the Ink Demon, after all. He literally is the Demon of Ink. I mean, there's a God of Ink. I think that means there's a God of Ink, but you know, Freddy's not no damn God, and he don't have no ink powers, so he's not gonna be the God of Ink or anything. The biggest chance for Bendy has in this fight is if he can actually, really, if he finds a way to get Bendy in a vulnerable state, Freddy's done. But there still is one thing that I didn't add. You guys know what that thing is if you've played FNAF before. There still is children. He still is a child that is literally can't die. Because they're souls. He literally has souls in him. So this is an interesting question that we've already need to be answered. Who would win when it comes to no abilities? Freddy. 110 out of the 10 times it goes to Freddy. And for counting the ink, even though it is one of his abilities, I still think it would go to Freddy, because Bendy's the only thing he really has is his abilities, because you know that's literally the whole point of a fight. There's abilities, but because like Freddy's a massive robot animatronic. Add Golden Freddy, someone that's a vengeful spirit. I'm sorry to say it, but Bendy's cooked. He's cooked. There is no way a cartoon's beating a massive robotic animatronic. Call me a glazer all you want, but it's simple knowledge. There's no way a cartoon cutout, or it's not really a cartoon cutout, it's an Ink Demon Bendy, but you know, there's no way that Bendy is gonna put in any work on Freddy Fazbear. Or Golden Freddy, or whatever Freddy Fazbear you want it to be. He's not putting in work on any Freddy Fazbear. So to answer your question, no abilities, Bendy loses. Abilities, there's a chance that Bendy wins, but it's a very, very, very small chance. It's like nearly a 1% chance. 8 out of the 10 battles, Freddy will probably win. I'm not glazing, okay? I'm not glazing, okay? I love Freddy Fazbear, but I also like the Bendy character, okay? I don't hate either one of these characters, so just to let you know if you think I'm glazing, I'm not. I don't mind any one of these characters. Actually, I'm a fan of each of them, okay? I just think Freddy Fazbear would demolish Bendy, and this is my opinion. I said it already. This is my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, cool. You can have a different opinion than me. The whole point of this is opinion based. Yeah, I did say no doubt Freddy would beat Bendy when it comes to no abilities, because Bendy would not be able to use his abilities. He's done. He's gone. There's no way Bendy with no ink, or if he even does have ink, he's not gonna win, because the whole point of him is he has abilities. You could say, yeah, this goes for same for Freddy. Yeah, it does go the same for Freddy. But Freddy, remind you guys, if we're gonna base him off of the Ink Demon, he's literally ink. That's his whole ability. So same for the other guy. Same for Freddy, but Freddy's ability isn't him being metal. His ability is him being basically hard as hell to kill, because, you know, he is a damn animatronic, but, you know, he's a pretty strong one at that. So yeah, it seems like if you see it at what place you see it, okay? You don't have to see it in the same area I see it, but if you think it, then you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna say you're right, but I think if you think it, then you probably are right, because, you know, it is true. Bendy is not gonna put hands on Freddy Fazbear. You could say the same for Freddy. You could be like, oh yeah, Freddy's not gonna put hands on Bendy. Well, Bendy is, if he is just an ink little cartoon character, he's gonna die. He's gonna lose. I hate to say the word shitted on, but he's going to get shitted on. He's gonna get his ass beat. Best way to explain it, he's losing. There's probably a negative 1.1% chance that he'll win. And that's rare. That's if he tries to win. If he doesn't try to win, if he just thinks he's too cocky and then he tries to fight, his ass is dead. He's gone. He's done. But yeah, so I think, honestly, personally, as my opinion, I think Freddy Fazbear goes through Bendy. I think, okay, since there is a chance that he wins, I'm not gonna say no difficulty. I'm gonna say low, very, very low difficulty, because, you know, 8% has a long distance from, you know, this regular number, you know, like 8% is different from no difficulty. I'm gonna say very, very low difficulty, because, you know, he still does lose on some of them. But yeah, let me know your opinion in the comment section below, if you agree, if you don't agree. Respect if you do agree. Respect if you don't agree. Tell me in the comments why you don't agree. Just don't say because I'm a fan of Bendy. Don't say just because I'm a fan of Bendy and I think he'll win. Don't say that, because, you know, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, your logic doesn't run this damn world. But yeah, honestly, let me know in the comment section if you think Freddy Fazbear would demolish Bendy, or if you think Freddy Fazbear would get torn up by Bendy. But yeah, the ink ability is very strong. It definitely could get Bendy, but the chances are, I think Freddy's a little too fast. He might know what he's doing a little too much. But yeah, that's what I think, and peace, guys.